Alright. 133, 92. Let's get rid of the cavalry. Can't reach anything there, but I can reach over here. Yeah. Ragnar moves out of the way. Cavalry attacks Yota.
Kasan, Nichan! The fields will never go hungry again!
36 on Lytra. Yeah.
How about this?
Wait. And the Guardian can get rid of them. I just realized Errol and Ola are actually stuck on their side, so they can't do anything. Encourage. Why not? Oh, it means they can move again! Well, that's great. Okay. It's broken.
No, too many mines, too much interference. Mom! Koji? Koji, my Koji, what have I done?
Ta-da!
No, not back here. Anywhere but here. Elodie, come help your mother. Father, brother, both are gone because of you. Elodie, please. I can fix it. I can end the war. I just need more time. Don't keep me here locked away. Goodbye, mother.
Damn.
Henry, it's over. No more.
Yes, I believe you're right. Victory! Woo! Only 1 star earned. Heavensong Palace. 2 weeks later. Why couldn't I see how awful she was to me? Everyone else saw. Sometimes, it feels easier to think poorly of yourself than of someone you admire. There is no shame in having trusted one you loved, even if it was misplaced in hindsight. But you are safe now, Lytra. I shall make sure of that. Thank you for everything. How'd it go, Captain? That snake wants the islands to pay her! For all the stuff we broke?
No.
No, for all the property we're taking from the Empire. Us taking from the Empire! To hell with that treaty. We've still got debts with the nations agreeing to support us. If they'll still support us. If there's anything my clan can do, say the word. I'll put it to vote. You know, the Empire's got a lot of colonies. If even half of them stop sending cash to the Empire. Wait, I know we can reach an accord if we just... talk. I don't think talk's gonna work this time, Queenie. Not for the Florin either. Heavensong might not have killed Zawon, but the Empress is responsible. I know, I'm so sorry. Another Greenfinger hasn't even been born yet. The Florin don't feel safe in Aurania with her around. What will you do? That's the question, huh? What are any of us gonna do? My father was a peacemaker. My reign has known only war.
My queen, these matters take time. Many wounds need tending to.
And how do I mend them?
One child alone cannot hold up the world.
I'm not a child anymore, Emmerich.
Ah, you're quite right. Forgive me, my queen. I misspoke.
This blows! She can't make us give up the gauntlets.
A ridiculous demand. If the Empress cannot be made to see reason. Koji?
Mum didn't mean all this to happen. I know she didn't. So please.
Koji? Whatever happens now, I know Heavensong's heir has a good heart. I'll not soon forget.
Koji, Mum's waiting for you, kiddo. Koji, there's my sweet boy. How's Tenko holding up, Fine. Fine? Ah, good, good. Shosa tells me you've been writing letters to friends. Your calligraphy must be improving. Yeah, I guess. Koji, everything I've done, have done, will do, all of it, that you might have a better life than mine. You know that, right? Yeah, I know, Mum. That is why I've made a decision about your future. There are difficult times ahead for Aurania. A child cannot grow strong in blood-soaked fields, believe me. But to the north, across the seas, there is a place where young nobles from around the world become leaders. I would have attended myself, had life not had other plans. Across the sea, but my friends...
Koji.
You're nearly the age I was when the Empire was left to my charge. Should anything happen to me, you must be stronger than I was. But nothing's gonna happen. You and everyone are gonna stop fighting, right? Of course, of course. Even so, at summer's end, you'll embark on a journey that will shape the rest of your life. Do I make myself clear? Yeah, okay. I'm so glad you understand. Now then, enough unpleasantness. Have you eaten? I'll have Shosa make us something nice. Koji, whatever happens next in Aurania, my son will have no part in it. Please forgive me someday. Empress Tenri. Shosa, you saved my life and watched over Koji 13 years. Make sure my son has a good summer. Yes, Your Highness, of course. Alright, well, that was the final act, and I am assuming that is the final campaign of, well, the campaign. So, oh, we also not got a image slideshow here. So I think this will count as my official post-credits, post-game analysis, reviews, discussion kind of thing. And I think the honest opinion is that this is not quite up to the standard that Wargroove 1 set. But it looks like the credits are about to finish. Or change into something else. Yeah, okay. So maybe there's going to be interludes with all the other factions. We'll see. Any texts? Dialogue? No? Alright, yeah. So it's going to do credits into thing here, yeah. So it's just like a nice little animated interlude, or, you know, I forget what the word is, but basically like an intermission just to show how things are happening with all the other people. So yeah, no text, but it's nice to see them just interacting in their day-to-day lives, following the fighting, of course. She said another Greenfinger hasn't even been born yet, so Greenfinger Zawan, I guess, was just one of a potential many. And that's nice. Oh yeah, I just remembered, we didn't actually get to play as Caesar, did we? Did we? Yeah, I've just seen if there's any names I recognize on the voices. I'm pretty sure they're all the same as they were before in the previous game, but Sean Chiplock, that's the name I recognize. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, and the Faahri are all back home. Sans pistol as well. Not sure about going back home. Okay. Well, alright, it made sense that Ron is the leader. Next one. Pistol is now a prisoner? Okay. Visiting Merciful. Hey, I knew who came to visit. Alright, that might have been the last of them, I think. Oh no, another one. Errol and Ola sneaking in to see Koji. Oh, they're actually sneaking with Koji. Unless this counts as the summer camp. Although, why would Errol and Ola be there? Oh, hey, Doug. How's it going? Oh, is this Koji going off to summer camp? Yeah, because that looks like it's Shosa in the back. Yeah, okay. Oh. Special thanks. Uh-huh. Ooh, Ryota leaving in the dead of night. Okay. Yep, acknowledgements. Thank you for playing Wargroove 2. Okay. So, I'm thinking it'll go into the... Oh no, here we go. Koji. Koji! Sorry, thought I saw a foreign ship out on the horizon. They don't usually come so far out to sea, right? I'm glad you've got time to calmly ponder life's mysteries. Meanwhile, I'm burning up in this thing! You've got to keep it on, at least for now. Oh, hey. It'll be worth it. I've heard they've got a huge library. Hey, you shouldn't be here. That's Lytra's vomit spot. Okay, so was that Errol sneaking away with Koji, or... Well, obviously they're in the sky, so I can't tell. We've unlocked additional lore about Pistol. Okay. And then, if we have a look at Conquest... Yes, we've got a couple of Conquest modes. Okay. Yeah. So what I was going to say is, I'm going to do a... So basically, I think this will probably be the end of streaming and Let's Playing Wargroove 2, because we've finished all of the campaigns, which is effectively the main content of it. Conquest mode is the roguelike style stuff, and I based on it being a roguelike, you can't necessarily control what happens during it, you know? Like, it'll have randomly generated items, the missions will be different depending on which commander you do it with and where it starts and so on. So although I haven't seen Conquest mode, and I'll just play it in my off time. But to give my post-game review of the campaign, as I was saying before, I don't think it really matches the standard that Wargroove 1 set. Wargroove 1 really felt like a labor of love for people like... we really like turn-based strategy games in the Advance Wars style, which is the 2D, grid-based, turn-based strategy. You have units, you have resources, you create units, there's economies you have to think about, and they also crafted a lot of missions. I think there's actually not as many missions in... Well, maybe I'm misremembering it, but I thought there weren't as many missions in terms of actual maps to play on in the campaign in Wargroove 2 as there were in Wargroove 1. Which makes sense because in Wargroove 1 there was side missions, whereas here you have different campaigns. I don't know whether you can do the final act without having done, let's say, Rising Tides and Dark Skies, but chances are you do have to do all of them. I don't know, it just felt like the game wasn't as long, or at least there weren't as many maps to actually do. One thing I do appreciate this game doing very well is having more of an actual story to it, as in, you go to a mission that is Act 3, Mission 1, and it's actually just like playable, like, dialogue essentially. You know, you see the movements, you move them on the map, you go and talk to people, but there's not actually any, you know, fighting or strategy to do, it's just fill this out. So that's, I kind of appreciate having more of that, but then that has come at the detriment of actually having playable maps to play on, I think. Or at least it felt like there was a lot less. Again, I might be misremembering how long Wargroove 1 was, The other thing as well is having these different campaigns is nice because then you can do them in whichever order you feel like. They tell you the difficulty of them as well. But that kind of comes to this one, the final act altogether. It feels very disjointed. It's like Tenri becomes the villain in the second to last mission almost, you know? Like, obviously, the Fell Gauntlet and Cacophony, the artifacts and so on, is a running theme throughout all of them, or, well, most of them. It still feels like it wasn't really building up to a grand finale like it was in Wargroove 1. Because in Wargroove 1, you have, obviously, there is the initial conflict, which is Felheim have invaded Cherrystone, and you're playing from the perspective of Mercia, so obviously you're following them there, and then you get to explore more of Aurania itself. You've got the Gloomwoods to meet Nuru, Greenfinger. I guess another thing is there was a lack of a recurring antagonist, which is someone like Sedge or Sigrid. I mean, even like the misunderstanding stuff, you know, just having a fight between Cherrystone and Heavensong is like, oh, we can test our strength. And they did that with the Outlaws and... Oh yeah, they had mini-commanders. And the mini-commanders were kind of like the, oh yeah, we're going to do a trial or a test or something. But there wasn't actually any real conflict for the people to solve. Like, or at least if it was Odvar. There were the Outlaws for the Faahri. And Pistol was kind of the only antagonist because she was like deliberately being misleading to Lytra. But yeah, it just didn't feel like it all came together very well. Like when it came to... So in a prologue, the best thing to do is to introduce people to the mechanics of the game. And I think the prologue should also be introducing the new units. So in the prologue, we only ever played with ground units. You didn't have any flying units, you didn't have any naval units. We only even saw the naval units in Rising Tides, I'm pretty sure, for the riverboats. And that felt like quite late into the game itself. It'd be like, yeah, here's a third of the entire units you can use, but it's, you know, we haven't even introduced them yet. So it feels a bit late. But on the other hand, I do really like the changes that they did make, you know. Having Krakens and riverboats do change up how you approach the missions, but you only ever get to play one mission with a Kraken. So it's like, well, I've got the thing of getting bonus stars with the critical hits and things, but that's the only mission I can do it on. So I can't play with Krakens in any other thing, other than obviously Conquest mode, which I haven't tried yet. But yeah, I don't know. I think the original Wargroove game was developed by Chucklefish, as in published by Chucklefish and developed by Chucklefish. And then Robotality, who are the devs of Wargroove 2, went to Chucklefish and said, hey, we've got an idea for Wargroove, and we think we can, you know, make a game out of it. It makes it feel like this is kind of an extended DLC, and I know that's not a nice thing to say because there already was DLC, which was Wargroove Double Trouble. But yeah, it feels like these are 5 campaigns that were created by a bunch of fans of the original game, and they thought, oh yeah, we can totally tweak things up and make things different. And they filled in a story to justify those kinds of things as well. But it's not like the entire whole... I guess it's the saying, it's this game is less than the sum of its parts in some ways. But again, I'm speaking only from the perspective of the campaign. Obviously, you can do custom campaigns. Well, I guess I haven't actually downloaded them, so, you know, let's see extras, jukebox, codex, custom content. Let's have a look. So, the thing is that I also think that Wargroove 1, again, coming at a time when it did, it was in the right time for it, in that people didn't have Advance Wars, they didn't have a turn-based strategy game like this, and it was marketed very well. It was in the right time at the right place. And here, Wargroove 2 just doesn't seem to have that same level of interest. Like, I've seen online, there are not many other people playing Wargroove 2. There are not many people, like, so how many maps have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe that's limited to 10 on the browsing screen, but that's not a lot. Oh, it's 66 pages. Oh, good. So that's my fault. So there are actually more player-generated content that I thought was. Okay, so fair enough. But you can kind of see what I'm getting at. There is not a lot of interest in Wargroove 2 compared to the original game. Or at least that's my perception of it. So, and it's a shame, because obviously I like Wargroove, I like seeing more Wargroove, and obviously I like playing it. But yeah, it feels like this is gonna underperform relative to Wargroove 1, which is a shame, because, like I said, the story stuff that they did add, as in playable, you know, dialogue and plot, essentially, the mechanics changes, the balancing of the grooves, the introduction of super grooves was great, I thought. And then I only ever used like 6, if that, during the entire game. So, but I don't know. And again, I'm speaking from someone who is not a online multiplayer gamer. So obviously, you could be doing lots of online battles with people. So yeah. Oh, okay. Apparently, I got a new rating. Sure. But yeah, so. Seems like there's only a few public lobbies, and again, this type of game will be set up with Discord and things to say, hey, we're going to have a Wargroove, I guess, tournament, multiplayer thing, so, but yeah. So, like I said, I think that will wrap up our time with Wargroove 2, so, yeah, I just want to say thank you all for watching, and again, what I've just explained about the post-credit, post-game stuff is my own opinion of it. Obviously other people will have their own and you know, enjoy the game more, they might even enjoy it less, but yeah, that's how I feel. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed us as we played through. As always, this will go up onto YouTube at youtube.com/RiggyRob or /@RiggyRob. I have been starting to upload the Wargroove stuff. I've kind of held back on the World of Horror and Cult of the Lamb things because Cult of the Lamb's update is coming soon. World of Horror had the patch, the save bug thing, so Wargroove 2 is the next thing going up there. So that'll come up over the next couple of weeks, I think. And yeah, so we've got our Twitch. We obviously stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. We stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 PM UK time, or at least that's what we're aiming for. I know that recently we haven't been doing as much of that as usual, but that's kind of the plan. And that will also probably change as we get into the Christmas holiday period, so probably be less streams than usual on certain days, because I'm pretty sure Christmas Day is a Monday and things like that. So, but yeah, so that's where you can catch us on. You've got all the social media in the chat, in the links, and the next game I will play, I've got some ideas, but I'm thinking Super Mario RPG, because that recently came out. But we'll have to wait and see for the next time we stream. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.